Let's cook an easy roasted holiday pork loin. It don't get any easier, and let me tell you, it is juicy. All right, first thing we want to do to get started on our 5-pound pork tenderloin. This is just a cheap, inexpensive cut that's great for any meal. And if you don't have a lot of money for the holidays, this is one meal that you can turn into something that tastes great. I've got a 5-pound pork tenderloin here, and all I'm gonna do is literally score the skin. You can trim off this if you want. I'm not. I'm just gonna barely just hit it with my knife here and create some score marks. Just really simple, really easy. I'm gonna take some W sauce. You can use whatever you like for a binder or no binder, it's completely up to you. I'm gonna drizzle that down and rub it all over this pork tenderloin. Now to get started on this pork tenderloin, I'm gonna take a small bowl here, and I've got a teaspoon of thyme, a teaspoon of oregano, or maybe that was the thyme, the other one was oregano, and a teaspoon of rosemary here. Now once I get all that done, I've got some simple citrus rub. Now I like to put a little bit in there, and I'm probably gonna put a couple tablespoons, or tablespoon. I'm just gonna mix that around. Made a nice just herb type rub with those fresh herbs in it. You just wanna get this all over your tenderloin. Or your loin anyway, let me rephrase that. Now once you get your tenderloin all seasoned up, that's as simple and as easy as it gets. That's all we're gonna do to it. I'm gonna take a little bit more simple citrus rub and come back over the top just a little bit. Just to make sure I got all the sides and stuff. Now let's go out to the grill and get this thing on. We got our Rectech Bullseye fired up with some roll oak charcoal hickory pellets. We're gonna let this go at 275 degrees till it reaches an internal temp of about 140 degrees, and then we're gonna pull it off. All right, let's get our loin on. See, I've got our Rectech fired up like I said. Now I'm going fat side down here at 275. Right in the middle of the rack here. Now I did not take my loin out and let it get ambient temp. I didn't. The reason for that, I want it to get a little more smoke on it and take a little bit longer to cook. If you want it to get ambient, your cooking time is gonna be differ just a little bit. And so just know that on the front end. This is gonna take a little longer because we hadn't pulled it out of the fridge, but about maybe 5 to 10 minutes prior to us seasoning it. If you wanna pull it out an hour ahead of time and let it rest and let it kind of start to get room temp, you'll be more than fine with that, but it would probably take up to 2.5 hours to get it really room temp, to get it true ambient temp. All right, our pork loin has been on 1 hour and 15 minutes. I'm gonna get in here and check it. I did look at 45-minute mark. Now we're sitting at about 116 degrees. So we know that we don't need a ton more. Oh yeah. Let's turn that over. Now, I'm gonna get the lid back down and just let it keep cooking. I'm gonna set the alarm for another 30 minutes. We'll be back to check it after that and see what the temp is. All right, we've been cooking 1.5 hours. Let's get in here and check our pork loin. Look at that color. Oh, look at that, 139 degrees right there. I'm gonna let this thing go like, that's 140 right there, 139, 140 right there. You know, I'm not scared to pull this thing off right now. I'm gonna go ahead at 140 degrees, pull it off, put it on my pan here, and let it rest. I'm gonna take it in the house and we're gonna cover it up with some foil, and I'm just gonna let it sit there for at least 20 minutes before I slice into it. Let's get it in. It smells incredible with all those fresh herbs in it. All right, our pork loin is off the smoker. It's done resting. So just to recap, we had a total cook time of about 1.5 hours. We took a teaspoon of fresh rosemary, thyme, and oregano and mixed it with a couple tablespoons of our simple citrus rub. It gives it a really nice herb citrus crust on the outside of this pork tenderloin. We done minimal trimming. We didn't hardly do anything off of it. All we did was score the fat. You can see that fat right there rendered some. It's got a really nice color. Cooking at 275, we didn't get too hot or anything, and we pulled this thing at 140 degrees. It should be really juicy and really moist inside. Let's get in here and cut into it. Remember, a pork loin is just a cheaper cut of meat. It's easy to serve your family or a lot of people during the holidays. Everybody don't like turkey, so having something a little bit different, there's nothing wrong with it. You can either make a fruit glaze to go over the top of this. You can do a cranberry glaze. You can come back with any of our glazes. You can make fresh cranberry sauce. You can make a gravy. It all depends on how you want to serve it. It's completely up to you. This thing's slicing like butter. Look at that. I would say it's still got some moisture to it. And I was barely touching it. This is by far one of the easiest, cheapest holiday proteins that you can cook for your family on a budget. Be sure to give it a try. You won't be disappointed. And be sure to use some fresh herbs because the taste on this is incredible. If you like what we're doing on the channel, you can like and subscribe and follow along. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Pinterest, and of course YouTube. I'll see you next week with another video.